Have you ever thought about saving for your future home? Many of us have, and the traditional route is often to save up in a bank account. Let's explore this customary path. When you think about saving, the first thing that may come to mind is stashing your hard-earned money in a savings account. It's safe, accessible, and you know exactly where your money is. Plus, there's the added bonus of earning a little interest on top. But how much interest are we talking about here? Well, it's typically a modest amount. Given the current economic climate, you'd be lucky to find a savings account that offers an interest rate above 1%. Now, there's no denying the simplicity of a savings account. It's straightforward and there's virtually no risk involved. Your money is insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation up to a certain limit, providing that extra layer of security. But let's talk about timeframes. If you're planning to buy a house in the near future, say within the next 5 years, then a savings account could be a good fit. You can set up a direct deposit, automate your savings, and watch your account balance grow month by month. However, there's a flip side to this coin. The interest you earn on a savings account is unlikely to keep up with inflation. Over time, the purchasing power of your money could diminish. So, while you're diligently saving for your future home, the cost of that home is likely rising faster than your savings are growing. Another traditional method of saving is by purchasing certificates of deposit, or CDs. These offer a slightly higher interest rate than a standard savings account, but they come with a catch. Your money is locked away for a predetermined period, and withdrawing it early can result in penalties. While these methods have been tried and tested for years, there might be an alternative way to save for your future home. Enter the world of index funds, a type of investment that could potentially offer more attractive returns. Now let's explore what an index fund is and how it works. At its core, an index fund is a type of mutual fund or exchange-traded fund that mimics a specific market index. Think of it as a financial mirror that reflects a particular section of the stock market. For instance, an index fund based on the S&P 500 aims to replicate the performance of the top 500 companies in the US. The beauty of index funds lies in their simplicity. Instead of trying to beat the market, which can be a high-risk game, index funds aim to match the market. They are a passive form of investment, which means they require less active management and, as a result, typically have lower fees. Now, let's discuss the potential benefits. Firstly, index funds offer diversification. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you're spreading your investments across a broad range of companies. This can help mitigate risk. Secondly, due to their passive nature, index funds generally have lower costs compared to actively managed funds. This means more of your money is working for you. However, like any investment, index funds come with risks. The main one is market risk. If the market plummets, your index fund will likely follow suit. It's important to remember that while index funds have historically provided solid returns over the long term, past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Another risk is lack of control. With an index fund, you're essentially handing over the reins to the market. You can't pick and choose which companies to invest in, so if a particular sector or company is performing poorly, you can't avoid it. Investing in an index fund could potentially lead to higher returns than traditional saving methods, but it's important to understand the risks involved. So, before diving into index fund investing, make sure you're comfortable with these risks and, as always, consult with a financial advisor if you're unsure. Now that we've explored both methods, it's time to compare traditional saving methods with investing in an index fund. Starting with potential returns, traditional savings accounts, while safe, usually offer lower returns. They're affected by interest rates, which have been historically low for quite some time. On the other hand, index funds, while not without their risks, have historically provided higher returns over the long term. It's not uncommon for index funds to yield single or even double-digit returns annually. Next, let's discuss risk. With a traditional savings account, your capital is generally safe and insured up to a certain amount. But remember, low risk also means low rewards. With index funds, the risk is higher as your investment is subject to market fluctuations. However, the beauty of index funds is in their diversification, spreading risk across a variety of stocks. In terms of accessibility, both methods are quite user-friendly. Traditional savings accounts are easily set up at your local bank, while index funds can be accessed through a brokerage account. Both can typically be managed online, making them convenient for modern investors. Now, On to time frame. If you're saving for a short-term goal, a traditional savings account might be your best bet due to its low risk. But for long-term goals like retirement, an index fund could potentially offer significant returns. Lastly, personal preference plays a significant role. If you're a conservative saver who prefers certainty over potential high returns, a traditional savings account might be more up your alley. However, if you're willing to take on more risk for the chance of higher returns and have the time to weather potential market downturns, an index fund could be a more appealing choice. As you can see, both methods have their own advantages and disadvantages. What works best for you would depend on your personal circumstances and financial goals. In this video, we've explored two different methods to save for your future home. The traditional savings route, a tried and true method, offers stability and predictability. It's a safe option where your money grows slowly but surely over time. On the other hand, we delved into the world of index fund investing. This method, while carrying a certain degree of risk, has the potential for higher returns, potentially accelerating your path to homeownership. We've compared these two approaches, weighing the pros and cons of each. Traditional savings offer security, but at the cost of slower growth. Index funds, while riskier, can potentially offer faster growth and higher returns. Ultimately, the choice between these methods depends on your personal financial goals, risk tolerance, and timeline to purchase. Before making a decision, do your own research or consult with a financial advisor. Remember to check out the resources in the description for more ways to financial independence.